Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Funfold Friday. This is my second one in August. Today is August the 8th, 2025. And so I'm trying to do for the month of August to do fun folds that are different types of gatefolds. You may think that gatefolds are just one way, but you can add different details to them to make them really cool gatefolds. And so that's what I'm trying to do, bring different ones to you each Friday for the month of August. Then I'll probably go back to my schedule of every other Friday or even once a month for my fun folds. But I'm Lisa Fulford, your creative coach, and I'm so glad that you're here. And let's get started with this fun gatefold. So I'm going to change the camera around and we'll get started with the card. All right, so I have some bits and pieces here, but I'll show you the card. It's this happy birthday. And it's got this really cool slice of cake. It's got some different flowers on there. I may have to turn my lights up. There we go. There we go. That's better. You can see the different flowers on there. And then the happy birthday, I did a fun little technique to get that to where it's all shiny. And so I'll show you how to do that. And I'm going to do my other one just a little bit different because I did not put anything on the inside, but I do have something for the inside for this card. So I'll put this right up there so you can see what we're making. Here. I have a piece here, whoops, that is 4 1/4 by 11, and it is scored at 2 3/4 and 8 1/4. So I'll go ahead and take this, and I'm using the thick basic white. Make a lot of basic white cards. I really love this paper. So I'm putting the mountains on the inside. I've always tried to do that because I think it makes it where you can get a crisper burnishing. And a lot of times it folds better down. So I'll flip it over and I'll burnish on this other side. There we go. So it doesn't pop up too much. Set these over here to the side. We don't need them yet. All right, so put all these little pieces that I don't need yet over here to the side. All right, so the next thing that we're going to need are 2 pieces of cardstock. They are at 1 3/4 by 5, and these are in soft seafoam. And then I have some basic white pieces, and they are 4 7/8 by 1 5/8. And then we have this gorgeous DSP paper, and it is the Wildflower Birthday. And these pieces are 4 3/4 by 1 1/2. There's that. Then we have, for the inside piece, we have a piece of, it could be cardstock, it could be DSP. This is the side that is showing here. And this is also the back side of that. And this DSP is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then we have a piece of the basic white. Now this isn't the thick, this is just the regular basic white. And this is at 4 3/4 by 5. So that are all of our pieces. I'm going to set this off to the side, and we're going to build our layers here. This is called a crossover gatefold. So I had a lot of fun making them. I have a different sample to show you besides this one and the one we're getting ready to make. I made one with the turtles. It turned out cute. There's a couple things on it that I would have changed if I thought about it, but I'll explain that when I show that. Okay, so there's that. And what I'm doing is I'm letting that set up, the glue dry, because if I try putting the DSP on there, I'll slide it around. Okay. I'm also trying to make it where this is not a long video. I've been doing better about having shorter videos. Okay. Put that into place like that. And then I'll add the glue to the back of this DSP. I'll put that right here. It goes together pretty quick if you get all of your things cut out ahead of time. You could do this as like an assembly line type card. Like whenever I do Christmas cards, I like to do like cut out everything and then start gluing everything. Instead of doing one card at a time, I like to work on certain pieces for all of the cards, like all this gluing together. I would do that for all of them, and then I would go back and finish other things out. So just, that's how I do mine. You don't have to do yours that way, but you might find that it goes a little quicker. All right. I can feel something sticky somewhere, but I don't know if it's the table or my thing. After it dries a bit, I will take a glue eraser over that. Bring this together. Then I want to kind of dry fit it how I think I'm going to want it. So about like that. So I'm going to put this on there to kind of hold it in place to give me reference. For the bottom one, I'm going to glue on the right side. For the top one, I'm going to glue on the left side. And I'm not going to go quite half because I don't want to end up gluing my card shut. This gives me a little bit of wiggle room. That looks pretty straight. I'm going to pick it up and look. Yeah, that looks pretty straight. So now then I want to put glue on this left side for the top. Just got to take one step at a time. So a lot of your cards, you'll have your cardstock on the base, then you'll have your DSP or have another layer, and it's the full piece. This one here giving that illusion, but it is two separate pieces. And then whenever we open it up, it gives it a fun element. I can't tell if it's... I think it's sticky. I just think that I've got something on me and I'm sticking to it. All right, so the next thing is, whenever I put this on the inside, do I want the gold leafing to show? Or do I want that same? I think I want this side to show. So I'm going to add some glue to the back of this. This is a new bottle and I'm having trouble. I like that little bit of that specialty gold coming through. There's some gold in all of these things. So you could put a sentiment in here, but I like to do the sentiment after I know who I'm going to give the card to. Open that up. I do the corners so that they will adhere down well. that. Isn't that pretty for the inside? And it's all kind of sparkly. I like that. All right, so now it's time to decorate the front. I have this one of the half-inch strips, and whenever I'm cutting my basic white cardstock for like the inside of cards, I get several of these, so I have all kinds of them, and so I like to use them whenever possible. So I'm going to show you one of my little tricks, and I think I have a video on this already up on my YouTube channel. But I'm going to take this happy birthday happy birthday stamp, and then I'm also going to grab this piece of copy paper that it's just a scrap that whenever I print something and something prints like that, I don't throw it away. I use it for my crafting. All right, so I'm going to take this and this ink here, and this is Versamark. Although it looks black, it is not. It had been used in a class, and they accidentally went from the ink pad to that, and I had to remove all that and then re-ink it, and it works fine. It works just fine. So I'm going to, and it was probably this technique that caused it to happen. I'm going to ink this up with my Versamark. Okay, you want to make certain you start with a clean stamp. So I'm going to ink that up. Then I'm going to put it in this Flirty Flamingo. I tried Pretty in Pink because that's what color is in this, but it did not work. It wasn't dark enough. So then I'm going to bring this around. I'll try to get it straight. That looks pretty good. I'm going to take my clear embossing powder. Now you do have to work kind of quickly. It does have Versamark, but it also has this ink, so it doesn't have quite a sticky, tacky surface to it. It's kind of cloudy, so I know there is embossing powder on there. This is the clear. You don't want to use white because then it'll change the color to white. But this is how you can get embossed sentiments with any color that you want, by putting Versamark on your stamp first, then inking it up in the color of your choice, then putting clear embossing powder on it. Then we are going to hooked on something. We're going to emboss this, the heat gun. It goes. Getting brighter. If you go from the back, it makes your letters raise up. And see, it is just like shiny. There you go. You can see how shiny that is now. And so that's how you do having an embossed sentiment in any color. It's really fun to do. So there's that. So I'm going to there's my scissors. I'm going to cut this down. And hopefully no, I didn't quite cut it straight, but that's okay. You want to be gentle whenever you go to touch it. Make certain that you don't want to touch it before it's cool. There we go. There's that. And the rest of this is all trash. So the card is coming together. Let's bring this in. That's cooled already. So I want to add just a strip of glue down that, the back of that, and pick it up, and then I'm going to add this on, out like that. So you can see the sparkle of it now, just moving it around. All right, so now then it's time to add all of our other bits and pieces. Now these are the punch out ephemera items that are in with that pack of the Wildflower birthday DSP. So I'm gonna look for some of those. Here's some. All right, so I didn't want to use too many of the small ones because it would take so many. So we're going to add dimensionals on the back of here. Start down low. Bring this up here. And that one there, and see, these are all around the edges, so I haven't used a regular dimensional yet, so that's trash. And I'm only putting at the bottom because I want it to be able to open. So part of your birthday cake will be up at the top. I could probably put some more, but I don't believe it needs more. I'll bring it down here to the bottom. Kind of like that. And then this one's going to get, they're going to get glued down. I need to bring this out and try to get little bits of glue on the back of this. And make certain I'm staying in the frame. Sometimes what I think is in the camera is not. Okay, so I'm going to put this kind of going that way. It's a little different than that one. And then this one's going to get glued down. Bit of too much glue, but that's all right. I'm going to put that about there. Then I want to put dimensional on the back of that. Right there. We're almost finished. Overlap a little bit. Kind of like that. Then I'm going to bring in my Wink of Stella. I'm going to go over the icing. And down the side over this icing. Like that. Then I'm going to put some in the middle of here, and then I'm just going to go along these lines just to give it a little bit of extra, and then I'm going to kind of just swirl around on these flowers like that. You know, that's already gold up there. I guess you could maybe give it a little bit more shimmer, but I don't think it needs that. So there we go. Then I also have these gorgeous little embellishments, and they are the Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots, and they are so pretty. So I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to do some of my large ones down here. I'll put one there. That up, come on. There we go. Put one down here under the happy. One up here above birthday. And then I'm going to do these little ones. I'm going to put them one there. And one there. Aren't they gorgeous? So here is the card that we just made, and see how that kind of how the shimmer is right there. And then with the shine up there, we've got some shimmer over here, and then shiny, shiny, shiny. So it's just one of those cards that has shine and shimmer all over, and then you could stamp a sentiment on the inside. Like I said, I don't like to stamp it till I know who I'm giving it to, but then usually I add DSP at the bottom, but then I have it all the way around, and I think that adds a little something to it. So I tuck that in like that, and then there's that one. And then I can add that inside piece that this one has to the inside of this card. This one's a little bit heavier, but that's okay. I don't think it's past the weight to be able to mail that. So that is our Fun Fold Friday, and it's a gatefold. So I think that this fun crossover gatefold card turned out so really beautiful, and so I hope that you enjoyed it. So how about you? Did you find it to be a beautiful card? That it, you know, this gatefold, it's a fun one. And if you do love this design, take a moment and leave me a comment, please. I'd appreciate that. I love hearing from everybody from, you know, around the world. I have made some friends with some people in the UK and different places, and in Canada, and of course here in the US. And so I'd appreciate it if you left me a comment. Tell me what you think of the card. And so I hope that you found some inspiration and will take the time to like and share and subscribe to my channel and help me grow. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate you stopping by to do some crafting with me today. But until next time, happy stamping.